Yeah, guys, I've been very, very busy. I took the spring out. Here, unlatch it. Come on. Okay. I unlatched this. I took the spring out, the whole spring right out, and cleaned it, and put it back in. I did have a video on that, but yeah, life got in the way. So I also cleaned up the gear. It's going to be for the clock that is for this one after 100 some years and whatnot. The one that I bought at Curiosity Incorporated. I'm working on that. That, I got interrupted. Anyways, I'm going to be putting this back in here, which is going to be tedious, and we're going to see if it will start and operate, stay running. You're in this together with me. Alright, let me get it put in there. Alright, it certainly felt better when I put it together. So, like, it didn't sound like it was clunk, 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 clunk. So, that's good. Not too much. You see those little ends right there? Those are just Babbitt metal, which is just a mixture of like tin, lead, and copper. I think, I'm not too sure. But it's moving relatively well for its age. I don't think it's going to be any binding anytime soon, so that's good. I'll just have to see. You're going to be with me this whole time. Now the maximum it's stalled out is probably like after 3 minutes, so we'll see if it passes the 3-minute mark. Now, this type of clock will occupy ourselves while it's running. There is a set of dates on here. Let me find them. They're not the easiest in the world to find because they're rusty. There it is. Alright. Let's see if I can try and get there. Okay, there's there's patent dates of 1914, 1911, 1910, 1908, 1903, 1903, 1902, and that should be it. Yep. So this clock is turn of the century. It's a Wesclox Deluxe. The the face has seen better days, but you can tell what's down there. The clock is going to be my main alarm clock for waking up and whatnot. So I gotta make sure this thing is working. If it does stall again, I'll take the bolts off. I'll take the little screws off. Take that bring the spring down. Take the screws off, and then pop the gear off. Take the spring out, and go down to the clock shop, and see if they have a spare spring. But after I clean it and how smooth it is, I think it's fine. But yeah, so far it's been 3 minutes 52 seconds, and it's doing pretty decently for itself. It's actually doing pretty well. It's not like doing anything weird. I don't hear any clunking. It's doing what I would expect for any sort of clock. For me personally, I might just end up taking this one off too. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. Big ass catch. This thing does not have a barrel, as far as I know. Yeah, does not have a barrel, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. If you ever come across one of these Bigben Deluxes, the best thing you can go for and hope for, if you got the mechanical knowledge, just take that off. Before you really do anything with this clock, I suggest going up like YouTube videos on how to work on the springs and whatnot. if you already know what you're doing, then just follow what I have just done and clean it up and make sure that you make sure it's clean and dry. You don't have to necessarily lubricate them. You just have to make sure they're dry, because if they rust and the rust gets through the metal and that creates weak spots and you go to wind it, it's going to break. And then it's going to be a really big pain in the butt, because then you have to go find yourself a new spring. You can find new springs, but probably your best place to get new springs would have to be from an old alarm clock or something. Like an old, not like new old, but old, not like old like this, but old in the sense is like you got a brand new Cosmo alarm clock and you worked on it, or it broke or something somewhere, and you can take the spring out because the spring is still good. That's what I had in mind. Just make sure everything works in it. If not, take it down to the drill shop or something, or somebody who does clock repair, and just tell them to get a new spring put in it. If it's this little guy right here, this little spring, then you're going to have way more problems. That type of spring is really really hard to put on anyways. The hairspring is the worst, especially when you're going for like little pocket watches. Those springs are a nightmare. You'll be spending a lot of time and slowly going insane trying to put it all together. It seems to be doing pretty okay for itself, so I think I can put the parts back together now. All right, let me get everything put together here, and I'll get back to you. Looks like my fix didn't exactly work. It's still see? Huh? Shit. Alright. Let me mess around with this some more. Alright guys. Mess around with this one. I'm kind of disappointed here.